Little bit of wood, little bit of wind. Hey, I'm Matt with Sasquatch Barbecue. I'm going to be bringing you a three-part series on these two fine grills that we're looking at here. We got the Woodwind by Camp Chef to my right, and we got the Traeger Eastwood 22 to my left. I'd like to thank Camp Chef for sending this out to me so I could do a review on it. And on the Traeger here, I won this through a local bakery company for a picture contest. You can check out all my work on Instagram at Sasquatch_barbecue. I'm going to give you a brief history in this quick video, which is going to be one of three. I'm going to touch on the setting up and my initial thoughts. I'm going to do a cook, and I'm also going to be an end review on exactly which one I thought outperformed the other one, if one did. So my history is I'm a fire cooker. I love to cook on fire, around fire, with fire, beneath fire. I like to travel to some beautiful remote locations and cook on fire boxes and whatnot like that. So you can check all my stuff out, but let's get into this. I own Traeger brand. I've used Traeger brand. I like my Traeger. If you guys are unfamiliar with what these are wood-fired grills. These are wood pellet grills. And what it is essentially is an electric grill that is going to have an auger system that feeds wood pellets across into a firebox, into a fire rod. It's going to ignite that. It's going to give you your smoke, and a fan is going to drag the smoke and heat across your food, creating a convection flow. So that essentially is what each one of these is and does. I set these up last night, and I'm just going to briefly tell you my initial thoughts on what it was. The Woodwind here took me about 45 minutes because I had this gorgeous sear box to put on here, and the Traeger was about a half an hour. These pretty much come assembled as far as the barrels and stuff like that. You're just adding the accessories, the handles, the chimney, the legs. They're really straightforward. They're easy to put together. I wouldn't worry anything about that. If it's hot out, I'd have a lot of water because, yeah. Anyways, I liked right off the bat the fact that this one gives me 4 wheels. I have rolling casters, I have locking casters in the front. I can roll this around anywhere with ease. On the Traeger, I have 2 wheels and I'm dragging around my yard. And what I noticed right off the bat on this one is the fact that those front legs like to clip you in the heels, so watch out for that. I'm not an iron worker, steel worker, metal fab guy, but I do the knock test. And I'm gonna tell you what I knocked on there as far as the gauge of steel, and when I get into the Traeger. You kind of make the call on that one. I feel like that's going to go to the Traeger here as far as feeling a little bit more stout on the metal. You know, I like this beautiful finish as far as the stainless. It is nice to have a smoker in stainless. It looks good, and we're going to find out how it performs. This one actually came with a meat probe and a cover, which I thought was really great. Traeger did not come with a probe, and it did not come with a cover. So that's that. On here, the price point is going to be $6.99 for the unit, and you're going to add $200 at $8.99 with free shipping and a cover to get this to your door with this gorgeous sear box. And over here at the Traeger, this is $6.99 across the board, and this is what you're getting, just like this. So you make the call on that. I don't do square inches, and I don't give you all these numbers as far as that. I'm pretty simple when it comes to that. But I do EMF, which is exact meat fit. You can quote me on that. And we got over here in the Woodwind a couple beautiful ribeyes. I'm gonna slide these over into the Traeger. And we got a 3 stack of racks of ribs, baby backs here. All that meat just came out of the fridge, so don't worry. I feel like I have a little more space here, a little more working space as far as going up top to the bottom. And it seems a little more shallow over here. Not by much though. It's not going to be a deal breaker. What the deal breaker is going to be is flavor, and it should be for you too. So like I said, this is part 1 of a 3-part series. I hope you stay tuned and you watch the cooking. as far as I'm going to do the ribeye steaks on each one and use this sear box, which I think is going to kind of be the deal breaker. How this performs is going to let me know exactly how I feel about this grill, and I think that's why everybody's looking at it as much as you are as well. So stay tuned, cooking video soon. Thank you. Hey everybody, Matt here, Sasquatch Barbecue. I brought you a video yesterday after I put these together, and I'm doing a cook on them now. I am a man of I don't know, I can talk, but I don't want to talk a lot on these. I want to bring you exactly what I'm finding, the facts, and I want to do it in a quick fashion. I don't want to bore you or give you a bunch of stuff. So anyways, here we go. Traeger Eastwood 22. If you watched the video I did yesterday, it was 5 minutes long. It told you all about what was going on here. Camp Chef Woodwind. I'd like to thank Camp Chef for sending this out to me so I could compare it against the Traeger. So anyways, I decided to do just a ribeye in each one. I took exactly the same steak and I put it in each one in exactly the same time, temperature, which would be low smoke on one and low smoke on the Woodwind. I do like the fact that on the Woodwind it does give me the option to go into a high smoke, and it actually works pretty good. So let's get to the meat. So we have a nice prime ribeye going on here. It's probed, which what's kind of cool is the probe comes with this one. My internal temperature on that piece of meat is 111 degrees. I love the blue readout on this. I don't know, blue and green, go Hawks. Yeah, don't hold that against me. Anyways, we're all football fans, right? Well, maybe we are, but anyways. And here we go on this. I've already encountered my first problem with the Traeger here. I'm sitting at 111 degrees. So we have the same meat temperature. Same basic ribeye. Well, it's not very basic, it's actually pretty sexy. But yeah, I just got a spike in here. Shot up to 299 degrees, had a smoke out, and now it is slowly dropping to hopefully about 165, where it should be smoking like the Camp Chef has been doing over here. Anyways, I'm actually really impressed with this. I like to call them machines. It is what it is, you know. Hook it up, it does its thing. I'm impressed with it. I used this today. It's an extended little top. I don't have this going on over here, but I put my plate on there and kind of rocked that. I like the fact that the probe is feeding in through here and it is not down on my grate making contact with the metal. That's pretty sweet. And you know what? Here in a couple minutes, when that gets to about 115 degrees, we're going to check out this bad boy right here. And that's what I'm super excited about. Little bit of wood, little bit of wind. I like this thing, man. I predominantly use Traegers. I'm a fire cooker. I do fire. I said that yesterday. But we shall see. I'm kind of digging that Woodwind. Especially the fact that I'm already having issues and this is a brand new unit. It shouldn't be like that. I'm not having those problems over there. So we'll get back here in a minute. And I'm actually going to take my steak out of this bad boy, throw it on the sear box on it. I'm going to take my steak out of the Traeger and throw my sear box, throw that steak on the sear box on that. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay guys, because of the, and ladies, because of the temperature spike over here on the Traeger, I'm actually going to pull these now. This one's sitting at about 113, 114 degrees, which is where I want to be. That's where I like it. About a minute per side over on a sear, and you're going to be sitting at a good medium rare. So that's a nice bad boy there. Let's get him on. Oh yeah. And because of that spike, I was already up to 116 degrees on this one. And I don't want this getting overdone. So, that Traeger meat is going to go on my Camp Chef Woodwind with a bomb sear. Holy cow. Flame on. Okay, I'm super stoked. Let me close this. Yeah. Get some. Woo. Oh, look at those grill marks. Man, we got some gorgeous sear marks going on. Oh, yeah. Man, food fire. Woo! Sasquatch barbecue. I'm in business on this bad boy. A reverse sear, 900 degrees. I am not getting that on that thing over there sitting there lonely while I'm over here going to town with some fire. Oh, holy cow. Okay, this has gone a few minutes, but rightfully so, right? I mean, come on. I'm getting ready to yard these bad boys off. I'm impressed. Okay. Just like that. That's how we roll in Sasquatch Valley. Throw those bad boys down. Oh, God. Okay. So, you guys just saw the pull onto the sear box. That was impressive. I am going to let these rest for a minute and do a slice. Whew. Alright, there you have it, guys. So we just got done doing a smoke on a couple ribeyes here. Let's go ahead with the slicing after the reverse sear on the sear box, which was pretty impressive, as you guys saw. So let's do this. There we have it. A little motorcycle action out here in the sticks, Sasquatch Valley. So there's the slice, there's the cook. Stay tuned tomorrow as I do part 3 on my thoughts overall. Hey guys, Matt, Sasquatch Barbecue here. Hey, a few weeks back I brought you a little bit of a review, 2 parts of 3 on the Camp Chef Woodwind here with the sear box and the Eastwood Traeger 22 over here. What I did was I just basically did the ease of setup, what my first thoughts on the 2 were. I then went into another video where I did a cook, did a reverse sear on the sear box, coming directly from the smoke in there, and showed you just basically doing up a couple of the same exact ribeyes. So I've had a few weeks to cook on them since. They've had plenty of use as I'm currently running through 60 racks a week of ribs. I'm doing fish, brisket. I have done pretty much everything that I do over here in this one as well. So I've just kind of added it to my arsenal of the few smokers that I have going that I put through a rotation. And yeah, so anyways, what I've come up with across the board is you're going to kind of say, well, which one do you like better? Are you siding with this? You're the one that's watching the video. I do have to say thank you to Camp Chef for sending me this out. And the best part about it was they told me to basically give an unbiased view on my findings. So that left me a lot of leadway to where I could come to you with the straight talk and be real about what I found. So I predominantly have used the Traegers. I have a couple of them. I've had them over the last couple, 3-4 years. So this is the one that I've been with the most. Camp Chef reached out to me and they wanted to send me this, which I was super grateful for. And this machine itself is a great piece of equipment. I haven't really had any issues with it whatsoever. It keeps its temperature well. The digital readout is great. The fact that I can empty my hopper easily is good. I haven't used the whole emptying the ash through the, get this fog out of the way. Underneath here you can actually empty out the ash, and instead of having to vacuum the whole thing out. I haven't used that. I just go with the straightforward method that I use on these. Disassemble the guts, take out the inside, give it a good vacuuming. So it's been the same with that. On the Camp Chef over here, I do like the fact that the probe goes through the side here. That's kind of cool. So my cord isn't laying on the grate at any time. So basically, I'm gonna wrap this up fairly quick and tell you exactly what I think. Both of these pieces of equipment are great. I recently did a cook where I went on one of the deadliest catch boats over the last weekend, the Brenna A, and I did take 2 Traegers with me, just based on the ease of the simplicity of what it is. It's a great unit. I'm not gonna take an untrusted weapon into a lion fight, and I fully trust Traeger's brand 100%. I've had no issues, except the little spike that I did have if you watch my number 2 video on my thermo here, which was my chimney was not adjusted correctly, and that was actually operator error, so that one's on me. But like I said, this unit here is great. I love the Woodwind. I really do enjoy working on this. It's got a great capacity on the inside. It's a little bit deeper on the inside than my Traeger is, that I've noticed, but it maintains the temperature just as even. It's just as good. And the thing that sets it apart actually for me is the reason that I would have this on top of having these, and if Traeger does go into having a sear box at one point, I would definitely be all over it, is the sear box. Getting that thing up to 900 degrees to be able to do a reverse sear right from smoke, it's kind of game changing, and it has done a lot for me as far as my cooking and what I can do with the capability, because that's exactly how I like to do my stuff. Burgers, my steaks, I like to take them right off the smoke, put them on to sear, and get them cooking. I do like my Traeger though. I'm not gonna lie. The Traeger's been good to me, and I stick with this brand, and at the same time, I have no complaints with this Camp Chef Woodwind. So if you are in the market for a wood pellet grill, my honest answer, you can't go wrong with either one of these. You're gonna get this sear box if you go this route, which I say for me is a must-have. I've basically eliminated my grill, and I've just gone to this. So I like them. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing this apron, it's the fact that Zagazi sent this out to me. This is a handmade leather apron from Colombia. I want to thank the guys at Zagazi for sending these out. You can check them out as well. And go ahead and go give Camp Chef a look. Do your research on this. The gauge of steel is held up fine. The temperature is held up fine. My only complaint, and I hope Traeger takes a look at this, is that plate that wants to hit my feet and backs of my heels like a shopping cart in the store from your kid. You've seen it happen. We've all kind of chuckled. The mom that gets a little pissed. Anyway, so that thing, it's a little close. I wish that they could figure something out where that wasn't hitting me in the legs. I feel like I'm doing this number every time I'm trying to walk around with it. But that's my 2 cents. That's my take. That is my final review on the Camp Chef Woodwind versus the Traeger. You can't go wrong with it. I've had no issues whatsoever. Both of these machines right across the board are great, and I thank you guys for tuning in.